Hey everybody, it's Jerry, and today I'm going to show you how to make tres leches. That's a cake that has typically 3 different types of milk products in it, and since it's vegan, we're going to use 3 different vegan milk products. So we're going to use coconut milk, cashew milk, and oat milk. And then it's got a frosting, which is normally whipped cream. We're going to use coconut whipped cream instead. And it's one of my favorite things, and I think you'll love it. So let's get started.
So we're going to start off by making the cake portion. We're going to take 3 teaspoons of psyllium husk, that's whole husk, 3/4 of a cup of water, mix that together, and just let that sit for a minute to thicken. And then we're going to add 1/2 cup of vegan yogurt, 1/2 cup of sugar, and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and mix that all together. Then we're going to add our dry ingredients. So we're going to add 1/2 cup of brown rice flour, 1/2 cup of millet flour, 1/2 cup of tapioca flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Mix that all together until it's well combined, and then just beat it by hand for a minute until it's nice and smooth and thickens a little bit. And then we're going to pour that into an 8-inch square baking pan, which has been sprayed with oil. And just shake the pan so that it's nice and even, and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes until the cake is done. Next, we're going to take a 1/4 cup of cashews, which have been soaked overnight, place them in a food processor or blender, along with 2 tablespoons of quick cooking oats, 1/2 cup of sugar, and a cup of water. This is going to be 2 of our milk products, and just blend that all together until it's nice and smooth. And then pour that into a mixing bowl. And then we're going to add to that 1 can of coconut milk, which has been chilled overnight. We're just going to scoop out the cream from the top. And just mix that all together until that's nice and smooth. Now once the cake has been baked, let it cool for about 10 minutes and then poke holes throughout the cake and pour the liquid on top, and we're going to just let that sit for a few hours to soak in, and then put it in the refrigerator and let it sit overnight. Then we're going to make the frosting, so we're going to take another can of coconut milk, which has been chilled overnight, scoop out the thick cream from the top, and place that in a mixing bowl. And we're going to whip that at low speed at first, until it's nice and smooth, and then we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, let that mix in. And then we're going to slowly add a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And then we're going to raise the speed of the mixer until just to whip up the cream until it's nice and smooth and thick. And then we're going to spoon that on top of the cake and just spread it out so it's nice and even across the top. and then sprinkle some cinnamon on top. Chill for a couple of hours until the frosting firms up, and it's ready to serve.
Thanks everybody for watching. Please tune in next time for some more recipes, and remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.